I'm recording this one a little ahead of time. So by the time you're hearing it, our Educate and Rejuvenate Summer Refresh is officially wrapped up. And I'm sure we've had such an amazing 2 days. And if you were there, thank you for showing up for yourself like that. It has been such a great time. But even with the event behind us, I wanted to share something in your feed this week because we are not done supporting you this summer. So today, you're going to learn the 3 questions every student needs answered in the first 3 days of school. Let's go. Welcome to Educate and Rejuvenate, the podcast to help you revitalize your teaching, renew your spirit, and reignite your passion for life. I'm your host, Kelsey Sorensen, a former teacher, current homeschool mom, published author, and certified life coach. Whether you are a teacher in a traditional classroom, homeschool from your kitchen table, or anywhere in between, I am on a mission to help you not only survive as an educator, but thrive. Get ready to uplevel your skills with incredible insights from guest experts and discover the missing piece, rejuvenating yourself. Are you ready to both educate and rejuvenate? Let's go. Hey friends, I'm so excited to be in your feed today after our incredible summer refresh event. So right now we're wrapping up loose ends from that, and also I'm heads down getting ready for our Quiet Your Teacher Brain Masterclass to get that free support ready for you towards the end of July. And honestly, it's the best version of this training that I've ever taught, and it's going to do one of 2 things for you. If you were at the summer refresh, it's going to help you to carry that momentum that you already started building into the school year. And if you missed the event, it's going to help you pick up exactly where the rest of us left off. So just know that that's coming, and I'm working on it right now. It's going to be totally worth the wait. But in the meantime, here's what is ready for you today. This episode you're about to actually hear first aired over on the Teacher Approved podcast, the podcast hosted by my friends who are sisters, Heidi and Emily. And I picked this one specifically to share with you. Picked it with them because I wanted you to meet them and because it lines up so well with what we talk about here at Educate and Rejuvenate. They walk you through the 3 things that every student needs in their first 3 days of school: feeling safe, feeling seen, and feeling needed. And honestly, that's the same foundation I want for you as a teacher. You can't build a classroom around safety and connection if you don't have any of that for yourself first. So consider this the classroom side of the same coin that we focus on over here. I also wanted to share it because Emily and Heidi are hosting the Teacher Summer Talks 2026 Audio Summit, and I am a featured speaker this year. So if you missed the Educate and Rejuvenate conference, or even if you were there and you're just like, man, I want more where that came from, definitely go sign up for Teacher Summer Talks. It is completely free. It's an audio summit that you'll listen to on a podcast while you're doing whatever else you need to do. And I have a special link for you to sign up. Go to educateandrejuvenate.com/teacher summer talks to sign up. I'd also really encourage you to take a look at their Max Pass if you decide to upgrade. By doing that, you'll get my ready to go sub plans for free, plus a ton of other bonuses from the rest of the speakers. And it's such a great deal for everything you get. Heidi and Emily were actually speakers at our event too, so you might already know and love them. They're incredible. This episode is a perfect taste of what they do. So go sign up at educateandrejuvenate.com/teacher summer talks. But now let's get into today's episode. Here's Emily and Heidi.
Hey there. Thanks for joining us today. In today's episode, we're talking about the 3 biggest goals for your first 3 days of school and sharing a teacher-approved tip for creating classroom jobs that actually matter.
But first, it's time for Try It Tomorrow, a favorite quick win that you can try in your life right away. Emily, what is our suggestion for this week?
This week, try writing your future self a little note. Grab a card or a sheet of paper and then just spend 5 minutes writing an encouraging note that you can read on the first day of school. In episode 209, we talked about stocking your first day survival kit, and adding a thoughtful note to yourself can be the perfect touch.
All right, you ready to talk about back to school?
Yep, let's do it.
Before anyone has that little panic attack we all get when we hear those words in July, don't worry. You know, we are not about to load up your to-do list with must-dos or complicated suggestions.
Yeah, no way. Around here, we love to dive into the heart of things. So you'll have the clarity to cut through all the competing demands and know what's most worthy of your time and energy. So In today's episode, we're talking about how to build a foundation that will anchor your classroom culture. If you want a year where kids engage, cooperate, and thrive, start here.
And that foundation is not about filing systems or cute name tags. It's about how your students answer three crucial questions in those first few days. Am I safe? Am I seen? And am I needed?
Even though kids can't articulate it, these three questions are always running through their minds when they walk into a new classroom. And if the answer to any of these questions is no, or I'm not sure, then that student isn't really available for learning.
And it does make a lot of sense if you think about it. If you walked into a new job and you weren't sure if your boss was kind, or if your coworkers cared about you, or if your work actually mattered, how much would you be able to focus on doing your best?
Yeah, probably not very much. So today we're going to walk through how to intentionally address each of these needs in your first 3 days. And the beautiful part, you don't need any special materials or complicated systems. You just need to be purposeful about what you're already doing.
Now, all three of these elements, being safe, being seen, and being needed, should obviously be woven through every single school day. But we're going to focus on one primary goal each day to make sure that we are really hitting it home.
Day 1 is all about safety. Day 2 is all about being seen. And day 3 is all about being needed. So let's dive into what this looks like in real classrooms with real kids.
And we're going to kick off day 1 with that crucial question, am I safe? When a child feels unsafe, physically, emotionally, or even just uncertain about what's expected, their brain goes into survival mode, and a brain in survival mode can't learn.
Safety in the classroom isn't just about physical safety, though that's obviously important. It's about predictability, clear expectations, and knowing that this adult in charge is calm, kind, and competent.
One of the fastest ways to create that sense of safety is through teaching procedures clearly and calmly. And I know, we know. Procedures might sound like the most boring way to launch a school year. But think about how you feel when you walk into a new restaurant and you aren't sure. Are you supposed to seat yourself? Are you supposed to wait to be seated? And maybe the sign says you're supposed to wait to be seated, but there's nobody there. And so then how long do you wait around? And yeah, it gets real awkward real fast.
Oh, yeah, that is the worst. It's so uncomfortable. Like, what am I supposed to be doing? And like, even worse if you're at the restaurant and you need to go to the bathroom and you don't know where the bathroom is. So that is how our kids feel when they don't know the expectations. So spending time on day 1 teaching things like how to enter the classroom, where to put their backpack, what to do if they need a tissue, that is not time wasted. That is building a sense of security.
The way you teach procedures matters just as much as the procedures themselves. Your voice should be calm and encouraging. Take your time. We're going to smile. Use phrases like, let me show you how we do this in our classroom instead of, here's the list of rules for how to do this.
We have a whole system for teaching procedures in a supportive, collaborative way. We call it the tell, try, tally, talk method. We talked about this in detail back in episode 75, so revisit that episode if you want all the deets.
We also have a set of tell, try, tally, talk Google Slides that you can edit to use with any procedure you need to teach. We give you the full scaffold for the lesson, so really all you have to do is add your own steps for each procedure.
You can't teach every procedure on day 1, obviously, and you will melt your students' brains if you try. So if you want to create the greatest sense of safety, it's important to start by teaching the procedures your students will need first.
Yes, and we always recommend leading off with your bathroom procedures first and then your attention signal. After that, you can introduce each procedure before students will need to use it. So you teach your recess procedures before you send your kids out to recess. Teach students how to get to specialty classes before specialty time. That gives students a predictable structure, and predictability creates peace.
Another key part of creating safety on day 1 is introducing yourself as a person, not just as the teacher. So share something about yourself. Maybe you have a dog named Charlie, or you love to read mystery novels, or you're learning to play the ukulele. If any of that is true, you sound really fun.
And we definitely want to know more about the ukulele.
Yeah.
Kids need to see that you're a real human being who's approachable and kind. I used to always share a story about something I was excited about or something that made me nervous, because kids need to know that adults have feelings too.
Yeah, the book First Day Jitters is great for this because it opens the conversation about feelings on the first day and that the teacher has feelings too.
And I also really love the book, A Letter from Your Teacher on the First Day of School. It helps kids see that you're on their side and you are committed to providing a caring space for them to learn and grow. And if you're interested in either of those books, I will make sure to put a link in the show notes.
As you're going through the day, be mindful of your tone and body language. Kids are incredibly perceptive. They can sense if you're stressed or overwhelmed or not really happy to be there. So take a deep breath, slow down your speaking pace, and genuinely show them that your class is a great place to be.
By the end of day one, every child should be able to walk into your classroom tomorrow morning and know exactly what to do, where to go, and that you are a safe person to be around. That is the foundation that you're going to build the rest of the week on.
Now let's move on to day 2 and helping students know, am I seen? Once kids feel safe, they need to know that you see them as individuals. So day 2 is about shifting the focus from here's how we do things to here's who you are and I'm excited to know you.
Start building that bridge by finding ways for students to tell you about themselves, whether it's a short writing prompt like 3 things to know about me, or a partner interview, or a share your favorite things circle. Look for opportunities to invite real sharing and connection.
I always did some get to know you activities on the first day, but I leaned more heavily into it on the second day. I also gave students opportunities to get to know each other.
Yeah, that's so important. Community building isn't just about the teacher-student relationship. It's about helping kids feel connected to their classmates too. So an activity like Find Someone Who is a classic for a reason, but any low-pressure fun activity works here too.
One thing to keep in mind is to watch out for your little introverts. It's so easy to let your more outgoing students dominate the sharing time while your quieter kids fade into the background.
Yeah, make sure to plan some activities that give students space to pause before they have to answer. As an introvert, please do this. Having students write their sharing on a sticky note first, or creating small groups where everyone gets a turn, can relieve anxiety for your quieter kids. The goal is for every single child to have a moment where they share something about themselves and feel truly heard.
You might not have everyone's favorite color memorized by the end of day 2, but every student should be able to say, my teacher is interested in me. That sense of being seen and known is what transforms a group of individual kids into the beginning of a classroom community.
And that brings us to day 3 and that final crucial question, am I needed? By this point, students know they are safe, they've had moments of being seen, and now they need to hear, you matter to this class and we are better because you're here.
And this is the day for talking about how everyone has something valuable to offer. This might be introducing classroom jobs, but it's so much bigger than just who's going to water the plants.
It's really about helping kids understand that their choices, their words, their actions, they all impact the kind of classroom community that you have together. They're not just passive bystanders. Their actions ripple outward to everyone. Helping a classmate, following a routine, showing kindness, these choices affect everything.
One thing that fits so well on day 3 is having a conversation about what kind of classroom you want to create this year. Have kids reflect on what it means to take care of each other and identify ways they can contribute positively.
And don't forget to explicitly tell students that they're needed and that you're glad they're there. Try saying things like, I'm so glad you're part of our classroom, or your ideas make us all better, or I need your help to make this the best year ever.
By the end of day 3, every student should feel like they belong, like they matter, and like they have something important to contribute to your classroom community. A class where kids feel needed becomes a class where kids help each other. And that's when the magic happens.
Now, if you are thinking, okay, this sounds lovely, but I have curriculum to cover and standards to meet, can I really spend 3 whole days on relationship building? Try to zoom out your focus a bit. This isn't time taken away from learning. This is learning. You're teaching some of the most important lessons of the year: how to be part of a community, how to treat others with respect, and how to see yourself as a valuable contributor.
Plus, every minute you invest in building this foundation will save you hours throughout the year in behavior management issues, classroom disruptions, and trying to motivate disengaged students. A classroom built on safety, connection, and belonging is a classroom where learning thrives. It's where kids take risks, ask questions, help each other, and show up as their best selves.
So, as you are planning those first few days, ask yourself, how will my students know they're safe in my classroom? How will they know I see them as individuals? And how will they know that they are needed and valued?
The activities you choose, the way you structure your time, the words you use, let it all be intentional about prioritizing the feeling of safety, inviting students to be seen, and showing them that they are needed. If you build from that foundation, the rest of your school year will be built on solid ground. Now, for our teacher approved tip of the week, where we share an actionable tip to help you elevate what matters and simplify the rest. This week's teacher approved tip is create classroom jobs that actually matter. Can you tell us more about this, Heidi?
I would love to. So at the start of the school year, one of our main goals is helping students feel needed. And one way to do that is to assign class jobs. Now, this does not mean that every student needs an assigned responsibility every day, unless that is something that you feel like managing. But all students should have an opportunity at some point to contribute to the running of your class. You will likely have jobs like line leader and paper passer, but don't let that limit you. Think about the jobs that you actually wish someone would help you with. Maybe it's keeping track of borrowed supplies or helping set up materials for activities, or, even making sure that no one sits alone at lunch.
This can be so helpful. Some of the most impactful classroom jobs are about taking care of the social and emotional needs of the classroom. A friendship facilitator who helps include kids who might be left out, or a celebration coordinator who helps the class notice and acknowledge the good things that are happening are all great job ideas.
Now, we are mentioning this in July because this is the perfect moment to reflect on how your class jobs have been running. Once you're in the thick of the school year, it can be really tricky to try and turn the ship. So take some time now to reflect on how jobs have worked in your class in the past, what you would like to see happen in the future, and how you can make that happen.
You could even assign one of your weekly teacher power hours to sorting this out before school starts.
To wrap up the show, we're sharing what we're giving extra credit to this week. Emily, what gets your extra credit?
I'm giving extra credit to Delete Me. It is a subscription service where they identify where your personal information is being sold online through like data brokers and people's search sites. I'm trying to think of some of the common ones that I see, but where you like put in a
Yes.
name of someone you're looking for and it like pulls up these like seedy websites that people have to pay money to like look up information about people. Oh, it's so gross. So Delete Me submits opt-out requests on your behalf. It searches for where your info is, and then they go through the process for you to get the information removed. And sometimes that just starts the process and something comes to you, like you'll get an email of something you have to do on your end. But for the most part, almost all of the ones they've removed so far have been automated and I haven't had to do anything. And they send you reports of where your info has been removed from, which is just nice peace of mind. So, and I have a coupon code that gets you 20% off. So click the link in the show notes and you can save 20% on it.
Oh, that's good. I'm going to have to do that because I'm not signed up.
Yeah.
I follow a private investigator on Instagram because she's a hoot. But I heard her talking about this and said it's a really helpful tool. So,
and I think I read that they even monitor the dark web for your info. So very interesting to see. Like I'll be curious to see if it cuts down on like spam calls and stuff like that because I get a lot of those. So
yeah, that'd be a nice break.
Yeah, I'll let you know and I'll send you the link so you can sign up.
Yeah, please do.
What are you giving extra credit to, Heidi?
Well, my extra credit goes to a darling new picture book called When You Go to Dragon School. And I think this book could really open up some fun discussions about how we all bring our unique talents to make our classroom better. So the synopsis is that when the local human school is overflowing, a group of kids find themselves transferred to Dragon School, naturally, of course, where they learn that even though you might not have scales or wings or the ability to breathe fire, with a little bit of courage and your own special talents, you'll have no trouble fitting in. This book is so cute. The pictures are by one of my favorite illustrators, Charlene Chu. And I love that the text is short. That's one of my favorite parts of picture books when it's just like a couple sentences on a page instead of a couple paragraphs. That's always a winner.
Oh, I'm going to have to check this out. I'm always excited to add a new book to my back to school collection.
It is very fun. And I will also link to that in the show notes. And that is it for today's episode. Remember, those first 3 days are about helping every single child know that they are safe, seen, and needed in your classroom.
I hope you enjoyed that episode from Heidi and Emily. I just love them. This episode was so good. This is exactly the kind of practical, no fluff teaching that Heidi and Emily from Second Story Window bring every time. And it's a big part of why I wanted you to meet them today. So if that got you even a little bit excited, go sign up for free for the Teacher Summer Talks 2026 at educateandrejuvenate.com/Teacher Summer Talks, or check out the clickable link in the show notes and the episode description. I am one of the featured speakers there. My session is going to be up the entire week of the summit, so there's no pressure to catch it. Take that out. It's free, and like I mentioned earlier, I'm a featured speaker this year with a brand new session I haven't shared anywhere else. It's called How to Stop Dreading September Before the School Year Starts. I don't want you to miss it. It's going to be really great. It'll be going up one day early in the summit since I am a featured speaker, but don't wait. Make sure that you listen to that one as well as some of the other incredible sessions during this summit as well. And again, if you decide to grab their Max Pass, you'll get my subplans for free along with bonuses from other speakers too. It really is worth it. It completely pays for itself. So I highly recommend it. This is the one place I'm sending you today, so don't let this link pass you by, educateandrejuvenate.com/Teacher Summer Talks. This is the only episode I'll be mentioning it in, because starting next week, we're going to be really diving into my Quiet Your Teacher Brain Masterclass and what's to come there. So go to that link now, sign up, and once you're there, once you're registered, soak it in and keep an eye out, because I'll be back soon to open up Quiet Your Teacher Brain for you as well. Take care and have an amazing rest of your day. Thank you for joining me on Educate and Rejuvenate, the podcast today. If you love what you heard in this episode, be sure to hit subscribe so you don't miss the next one. And if you're hungry for even more, be sure to check out the book that I wrote. It's called Educate and Rejuvenate, a 3-step guide to revitalize your teaching, renew your spirit, and reignite your passion for life. It takes everything you learn here on the podcast and that I teach our members inside the Educate and Rejuvenate Club into a guidebook you can refer to again and again. One of our early readers said it was like clarity for her brain. Plus, it's not only a book. With your purchase, you'll get a full PDF guide with exercises and links to videos and more, so that you can not only consume but apply everything that you learn. If you're ready to make Educate and Rejuvenate not just a podcast you passively listen to, but a lifestyle that you put into action, it's time to grab your copy on Amazon today. Or head to educateandrejuvenate.com/book to read the first chapter and the introduction today.